I walked into a kitchen so small I could touch both walls with my arms stretched out. 91 square feet. That's smaller than most walk-in closets. And I thought, there is no way this thing works. No way you can cook a real meal, store real food, or live a real life in here. Then the owner opened the first cabinet, and I stood there in silence, because I genuinely could not believe how much was packed into this tiny kitchen. Spices, pots, pans, a full pantry, dishes for 8 people, small appliances, even a fold-out dining table, all hiding in a space that looked from the doorway like it could barely fit a coffee maker. Before I show you a single cabinet, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell, because this channel tours a real, honestly organized small space every single week, and you don't want to miss the next one. And if you're new here, drop a comment right now telling me the square footage of your own kitchen. I read every single one, and I promise, by the end of this video, you're gonna look at your own space completely differently. Alright, now let's actually get into it, because trust me, this is worth your full, undivided attention from start to finish. If you have ever stood in your own cramped, cluttered kitchen wondering how anyone survives with less counter space than a bathroom sink, this video is genuinely going to change how you see small kitchens forever. Stick around, because by the end I'm going to show you the exact system, the products, and the layout tricks that made this tiny kitchen feel bigger than kitchens twice its size. Some of these ideas cost nothing. A couple of them cost less than your coffee order this week. And one trick near the end is the single biggest space multiplier I have seen in any small kitchen this year. So don't skip ahead, because you'll miss the part that actually makes this whole system click together. When you first walk in, the kitchen doesn't scream tiny. That's the first trick. In 2026, small kitchen design has quietly shifted away from cramming things wherever they fit, toward what designers now call calm density. That means the space looks light and open, even though every single inch behind the cabinet doors is working overtime. The walls are a soft muted tone, almost a warm grayish, and the lower cabinets are a slightly darker shade than the uppers. That's not just a style choice. Lighter upper cabinets visually lift the ceiling, which matters enormously in a small footprint, because your brain reads height as space. Add in a few open shelves near eye level, lined with matching jars, and the whole kitchen feels curated instead of crowded. It's the same principle interior designers have been using in 2020 SXS, most shared kitchen layouts. Open storage up top for calm, closed storage down low for chaos control. But looks are one thing. Function is where this kitchen earns the "how does this fit?" reaction. So let's open the cabinets. The first thing that made my jaw drop was a single slim cabinet, barely wider than a stack of books, tucked into what used to be a dead gap next to the fridge. It looked almost decorative from the outside, but it pulls open on a hidden slider, and inside are 5 thin shelves loaded with canned goods, oils, spices, and snack bags, all facing outward, so you can see everything at a glance. This is one of the biggest storage wins for small kitchens right now, turning unused vertical gaps into pull-out pantries. Most small kitchens waste 6 to 10 inches of dead space, somewhere near the fridge, the oven, or the end of a cabinet run. That sliver of space, if you fill it with a slim rolling cart or a custom pull-out unit, can realistically hold as much as a small pantry closet. In this kitchen alone, that one narrow cabinet held roughly 40 items that would otherwise be scattered across 3 different cupboards. And here's the part people miss. Because everything faces outward and nothing is stacked 3 deep, there's no digging. No forgotten jar of cumin buried behind 6 other jars. You see it, you grab it, you close it. That single change, seeing your food instead of hiding it, is why this kitchen feels twice as big as it is. Clutter isn't really about how much stuff you own. It's about how much of it you can't see. Next, the counter. There isn't much of it, maybe 4 feet total, but it's almost completely clear. That's on purpose. Every dry good in this kitchen, oats, rice, pasta, flour, sugar, coffee, lentils, has been transferred into matching tall canisters with wooden lids and small handwritten labels. This uniform canister trend has genuinely taken over small space kitchens in 2026. And it's not just for the aesthetic, although it does look incredible on camera. The real reason it works is geometry. Bags and boxes are irregular shapes. They leave gaps, they slump over, they waste air. Tall, matching canisters stacked tightly against each other with almost zero wasted space between them. And because they're all the same height, You can line an entire shelf of them without a single gap. In a kitchen this size, that difference can free up almost a third of your cabinet volume. You don't need to buy an expensive matching set to copy this. You can mix budget glass jars from a home goods store with a few dollar store containers and get the exact same visual calm and the exact same space savings. The trick is in the brand. It's the uniformity. Now, if you think that's impressive, wait until you see what's happening inside the drawers, because the next trick is the one most people ask me about after every kitchen tour I film. It's cheap, it takes about 10 minutes to install, and it basically doubles your usable drawer space overnight. I'll show you exactly how it's built in a second, but first, let's talk about the corner. Every tiny kitchen has one. That awkward corner where two counters meet, where a normal cabinet either wastes half its depth or becomes a black hole where things go to disappear forever. This kitchen solved it with a wraparound corner pantry, shelves that curve with the angle of the wall instead of fighting it, holding everything from cereal boxes to cleaning supplies and labeled woven baskets. What struck me is that nothing in that corner cabinet felt like a compromise. Usually corner storage is the space you dread reaching into. Here, because every shelf wraps the full angle of the wall and every category has its own labeled basket, it's actually one of the most organized parts of the entire kitchen. If your kitchen has a similar dead corner, even a simple Lazy Susan or a set of pull-out corner baskets can reclaim 2 to 3 cubic feet you're probably not using right now. Okay, back to that drawer trick I promised. Open any drawer in this kitchen and you'll see stackable risers, thin wire or acrylic shelves that sit inside the drawer and create a second layer above the first. Plates stand vertically in slotted dividers instead of stacking flat. Glasses are grouped by type in individual slots, so nothing clinks or wobbles. Utensils get their own tray with dedicated slots instead of one messy bin where the same 3 spoons always end up on top. This single upgrade, vertical dividers plus stacked risers, is why a kitchen with maybe 6 total drawers can store what most people would assume needs 12. The dishes for 8 place settings that I mentioned at the start of this video live entirely inside 2 drawers, standing up like records in a crate instead of teetering in a stack that topples every time you grab the bottom plate. And here's a small but genuinely useful detail. Because everything stands vertically and visibly, this kitchen owner told me she has never once had to move 4 things to find the 5th. In a tiny kitchen, that's not a luxury. That's the difference between a space you enjoy cooking in and a space you avoid. Now look up. Most small kitchens ignore everything above counter height except for wall cabinets. But the real and used real estate in a tiny kitchen is the wall itself. This kitchen uses a slim magnetic strip mounted just under the upper cabinets, holding knives in a single clean row instead of taking up a knife block's worth of counter space. Next to it, a row of hooks holds measuring cups, a strainer, and 2 pot lids, each hung by a small loop. It's a small move, but multiplied across a whole kitchen, it adds up fast. Every item you hang on a wall is an item that isn't competing for drawer space. Pegboards have made a massive comeback for exactly this reason in 2026 small kitchen design, because they let you rearrange your storage the moment your needs change, without a single tool or drilled hole beyond the board itself. Here's the part that genuinely surprised me the most. Where most tiny kitchens sacrifice a dining table entirely, this one has a slim drop-leaf counter extension mounted to the side of the cabinetry. Folded down, it's invisible, just another few inches of cabinet face. Pulled up and locked into place, it becomes a full prep surface, or with 2 stools tucked underneath, an actual dining spot for 2 people. This is the idea that ties the whole kitchen together. Small kitchens don't need less furniture. They need furniture that knows how to disappear. A folding counter, a rolling cart that tucks under a counter overhang, a cutting board that sits directly over the sink to add a few extra inches of prep space exactly when you need it and vanishes when you don't. None of these ideas require a renovation. Most of them are under $100, and some of the best ones, like the over-the-sink cutting board, cost less than a takeout order. Even the fridge follows the same philosophy. Open it and you'll see clear bins instead of loose bags, turntables for condiments and small jars so nothing gets shoved to the back and forgotten, and everything grouped by category, dairy together, produced together, leftovers on a single dedicated shelf, so they actually get eaten instead of quietly expiring in the back corner. This visibility first approach is honestly the single idea that shows up across every single trick in this kitchen, from the pantry to the drawers to the fridge. Store less at once, but see everything you store. It sounds almost too simple to be a strategy, but it's the actual reason this 91 square foot kitchen functions better than kitchens 3 times its size. Let's talk about the thing almost nobody plans for when they're organizing a tiny kitchen: small appliances. The air fryer, the stand mixer, the blender, the rice cooker, the waffle iron you used twice and forgot about. In a normal kitchen, these things sprawl across the counter or get shoved into a cabinet, so deep you need to unpack 3 other things just to reach them. In this kitchen, appliances are split into 2 tiers, and honestly, this tiering system might be the most useful idea in the whole video for people with a genuinely tiny footprint. Tier 1 is what gets used almost daily. The air fryer and the electric kettle live on a slim rolling cart that tucks completely under the counter overhang when it's not in use, then rolls out in about 2 seconds when it is. That's it. No lifting a heavy appliance down from a high shelf. No wrestling it out from behind other boxes. Tier 2 is everything used weekly or less: the stand mixer, the blender, the occasional waffle iron. Those live in a single deep cabinet near the floor. But here's the trick: they're grouped inside pull-out bins with handles, like drawers within a drawer. Instead of reaching into a dark cabinet and shuffling 3 appliances around to find the one at the back, you pull the entire bin out toward you, grab what you need, and slide it back. It sounds like a small detail, but it removes almost all of the friction that makes people give up on organizing appliance cabinets in the first place. The lesson here, and I think this is genuinely underrated in most small kitchen advice, is that you don't organize by what an item is. You organize by how often you touch it. Daily use items earn the most accessible real estate in the whole kitchen. Everything else can live a little deeper, as long as it's still visible and easy to pull forward instead of buried. Before we get to the final recap, I want to flag a few mistakes I see constantly when people try to copy small kitchen setups like this one, because avoiding these will save you money and frustration. Mistake 1: buying organizers before decluttering. If you fill a beautiful new set of canisters and risers with stuff you don't actually use, you just made your clutter look nicer, not disappear. This kitchen owner told me she donated almost a third of her kitchen items before buying a single organizer. Do that first. Mistake 2: matching everything perfectly right out of the gate. You don't need a brand new, color-coordinated set from a single store. Some of the best-looking small kitchens mix budget finds from 3 or 4 different places. What matters is consistent height and shape, not consistent brand. Mistake 3: ignoring the door. Cabinet doors and pantry doors are some of the most wasted real estate in any small kitchen. A simple over-the-door rack can hold spice jars, cutting boards, or cleaning supplies, adding storage without touching a single inch of shelf space. This kitchen uses exactly that trick inside the cabinet under the sink, where a slim door-mounted rack holds sponges, gloves, and a small trash bag roll that would otherwise clutter the shelf below. Mistake 4: forgetting about lighting. It sounds unrelated to storage, but a dim cabinet is a cabinet you avoid using well. A single battery-powered stick-on light inside that vertical pantry cabinet from earlier makes it dramatically easier to actually see and use every shelf, especially the back ones. It's a $5 fix that changes how often you reach for the items stored furthest back. Now, I know some of you are wondering what all of this cost, because a kitchen this dialed in can look like it required a full renovation budget. It didn't. The owner told me the entire organization overhaul, canisters, drawer risers, the magnetic knife strip, wall hooks, and basket for the corner pantry came in under $300, most of it from budget home stores and a couple of marketplace finds. The one splurge was the fold-away counter extension, which was a carpenter built piece that cost more, but even that came in under the price of a single new appliance. That's the real lesson here. You don't need a bigger kitchen. In most cases, you don't even need a renovation. You need a system, one where every single item has exactly one home, where storage works vertically instead of just horizontally, and where you can see what you own instead of guessing what's buried behind it. So let's recap quickly, because I want you to actually be able to use this in your own kitchen tonight, not just admire it in a video. Fill dead vertical gaps with slim, pull-out storage. Switch to uniform tall canisters for dry goods to reclaim wasted air space. Solve your dead corner with wraparound shelving or a lazy Susan. Add stackable risers and vertical dividers inside every drawer you own. Use your wall space with a magnetic strip or a pegboard before you buy another drawer organizer. And if you have any dead cabinet face at all, consider a fold-down counter extension for extra prep or dining space that disappears when you don't need it. If this tiny kitchen changed how you think about small spaces, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps us reach more people staring at their own cramped kitchen wondering if there's a better way. Drop a comment telling me which trick you're stealing first. I read everyone, and I'll be featuring a few of your kitchens in a future video. Next week, I'm walking through a 400 square foot apartment that hides an entire home office inside a closet, and you are not going to believe how they pulled it off. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. That genuinely means a lot. If you've got a tiny kitchen, apartment, or any space that somehow works way better than it should, send it my way. The link to submit is in the description below. I'd love to feature yours next. See you in the very next one. And thanks again for sticking around all the way, pal.